Wait a minute, a Chillicothe High School graduate led the NBA in scoring for 3 seasons and was an NBA champion? Yes. Our Litter Media cameras were on site as crews installed a statue of NBA legend Neil Johnston at Chillicothe High School. In a moment, you'll hear from Bruce Caplinger, the driving force behind helping make this moment happen. While you're here, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Just click the subscribe button and then click the bell and you'll receive notification when we upload a new video. This report is powered by Hometown Motors Incorporated.
Cut in total professional comfort. Husqvarna. Available now at Hometown Motors Incorporated, 818 Eastern Avenue, Chillicothe.
As many of you know, I covered Chillicothe Cavalier boys basketball and football on radio for 35 seasons. One night in the early 1990s was the enshrinement of the charter class of inductees to the Chillicothe High School Athletic Hall of Fame. One of the names mentioned was Neil Johnston, a 1946 CHS alumnus who played baseball and basketball at Ohio State, who was also an NBA legend from the 1950s. I recall looking to my broadcast partner John Rose and asking, "Wait, Chillicothe has an NBA player?" Johnston left OSU early after signing a minor league contract with the Philadelphia Phillies. When the dream of making it to the big leagues ended, he landed a tryout with the NBA's Philadelphia Warriors in 1951. He made the team as a 6'8" center, then went on to lead the NBA in scoring 3 consecutive seasons, 1953, 54, and 55, and was a dangerously accurate shooter thanks to the hook shot. The Warriors won the NBA championship in 1956. Johnston was named an NBA All-Star 6 straight seasons and scored more than 10,000 points during his career. When he sustained a knee injury in 1958, he became the Warriors' head coach. One of the players he coached was a young rookie named Wilt Chamberlain. That's just part of the story, bringing you to the installation of the statue of Johnston outside of Hatton Gym. I talked with Bruce Caplinger before the installation about how this went from a dream to reality.
The thing that really got all of this going happened 4 years ago, June 11, 2016. My brother David Caplinger invited me to his class reunion, the CHS class of 1986. That was our 30th year reunion. And he said, "Bruce, will you come to our class reunion?" I said, "Sure." He said, "Will you bring some jerseys or memorabilia, auction it off, and whatever money that you raise, we'll put that towards our next class reunion." I said, "Sure, I'll come." And within 30 minutes of time, we raised over $1,000. And I thought, what better time than now to educate his class who Neil Johnston was, since hardly anybody knows who he is. He's very obscure even in his hometown. So I took 3 items that night. I took a black and white 8x10 photo. I took the Sports Illustrated, which he's on the cover on, in 1958, and I took his 1957 Topps rookie card. So after we auctioned everything off, I said, "All right, guys, I got something really excited." I said, "We're about to auction off 3 items, and before I do, I got a question. Does anybody know who Neil Johnston was?" Nobody raised their hand. And so I got to educate them who Neil Johnston was. And after it was over, everybody came up to me and they said, "Bruce, thanks so much for educating us. We had no idea who Neil Johnston was, and this was just really great." They just took it all in and were so appreciative of the information I gave them. A couple of days later, Andrea Davis, who won the rookie card, messaged me and she said, "Bruce, you had mentioned something about a Hall of Fame that's going to be here in Ross County, and I would like to donate this card back to you because it would mean more if it was in the Hall of Fame. And I'm so glad you're doing stuff for Neil Johnston because he deserves to have the recognition." And those words stuck in my mind when she also said, you really need to honor Neil. And so a couple days later, June the 15th, 4 years from today, I started calling around and talking to people that have businesses that build life-size bronze sculptures. And Brian Hanlon was the third one I called, and his passion for what he does was far better than the other 2. And his love of sports and accomplishments and everything that these athletes have put in to what it takes to be successful was second to none. And I said, he's definitely the guy I'm going to go with. And then what really hooked me with Brian was he said, "Bruce, one of the first things we have to do is we have to find a spot for this statue." And he said, I like that little grassy area to the left of the doors of Ellis Hatton Memorial Gymnasium. And I thought to myself, how does he know all this? So he must have got on Google Earth and seen this beautiful grassy area right here. And I had considered the area over there on the right side. And Mike Lane and some others convinced me that this was really the area for it, because most of the traffic coming in and out of the parking lot to the gymnasium is going to go right by this sidewalk as opposed to putting it over there. So this is the final destination. I've kind of got mixed emotions because we couldn't invite everyone down because of the pandemic going on and social distancing, and being on the school grounds, we had to go by their rules. We couldn't have any type of official gathering. I couldn't announce it. But it's kind of mixed emotions that we couldn't have people here that wanted to be here. I just want to remind everyone, this is not the dedication. We will have a big celebration later on when it's safe, and we'll bring everybody in, and that will also be exciting too. Tonight's just the installation. We're putting it up, and we want people to come down and enjoy it. Vince Beverly, that I played basketball with here at Chillicothe, we were on the undefeated 1981 basketball team. I ran into him last year, and I was telling him about Neil Johnston. Like most people, he didn't know who Neil Johnston was, and I said, I'd like to have a concrete pad, and Vince said, you know what, Bruce, I'll donate it. I said, what do you mean donate it? He said, I'll do the labor, I'll pay for the concrete, and I want to do this for you. I want to do it for the school, the community, and I want to get this statue here. So Vince donated the concrete pad, and Chris Littler from Arceli's Landscape and Design did all the landscaping, and also Steve Koppel of Koppel Coal donated the rebar that's sitting right below where I'm at. And actually there's about 4 feet of concrete right below me that's going to hold the statue, and Steve Koppel donated the rebar. The hard work that the committee has put into this would not be happening tonight if one of those 23 people was not on the committee. Over 4 years, we've had 23 people. If one of them wasn't on the committee, we wouldn't be here tonight. So it's going to be really exciting, and all the donors that have donated. My wife that's put up with me for 4 years, not being at home many times, being on the phone, talking to people, and geez, I must have made 10,000 calls to help get this done. But I give a lot of credit to my committee and to everyone that donated, and I really give a lot of credit. A lot of people didn't donate, but they inspired us, and that's what's got us to where we are tonight.